He has a medical condition that causes him to have great anxiety under those testing circumstances, and historically has not been able to provide specimens, even if he had transportation and money.
So basically,
Well, except that on December 18th, he was able to do so.
by force, basically. I had to force myself to do that along with the rest of the test. But last time that I went to go drop and do my test, my kidneys hurt so bad I almost felt like I was gonna pass out.
Court calls case People versus Cody Tournier.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Charlotte Steffen on behalf of Mr. Tournier. Excuse me, Tournier.
Cody Turner.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are ready to set this for exam.
Okay. I don't necessarily have a problem. You see the new violation report.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. What do you want to do about that?
Your Honor, he's acknowledging that he's in violation of his bond conditions. He does not have money for testing. He also doesn't have transportation for testing. Additionally, Your Honor, he has a medical condition that causes him to have great anxiety under those testing circumstances, and historically has not been able to provide specimens, even if he had transportation and money.
So basically,
Well, except that on December 18th, he was able to do so.
by force, basically. I had to force myself to do that along with the rest of the test. But last time that I went to go drop and do my test, my kidneys hurt so bad I almost felt like I was gonna pass out, basically. My body just wouldn't let me.
Here's my problem. When I'm looking at this looks like somebody that just doesn't want to cooperate in the process. He tests, then telephones in right before Christmas saying that he didn't have the money to test. Then the next two tests that are scheduled, he just misses. Then the next test, it's an enable or refuse.
I'm not trying to play. I'm sorry if it looks that way.
Your Honor, could the prosecutor and I approach?
You may. Record to reflect the event conference in this case. What I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to adjourn your probable cause conference out, check into alternatives to how to resolve this case. Would February 6th or 13th be better for you, Counsel?
February 13th is a good day, Your Honor.
All right. February 13th, 2025. I'll set it at 9, but you'll get an invite with the time. And then with reference to his testing, at this point, not going to find the defendant on the report. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch his testing. And so you'll have to appear and they're going to do a swab. Okay. I usually don't do that, but I'm going to do that in this case because I really want you to test. Got it?
Sure.
Okay. And so we'll sign that order. Is that?
Transportation.
Oh, oral, my bad.
Yeah, got it. All right. So, and I don't, you can check how many times he had it. So that order would be over there and you may want to go over at this point. Do you know when your next test is supposed to be, or they
I
haven't called
haven't
you?
been able to figure out from what I knew it was supposed to be this week, and I tried to test and it wasn't able.
All right, so here's what I'm going to want you to do. Since you're here on this campus right now, I want you to go over and see if they can get a swab in today. That way to start it out, and we'll send over the order. Okay?
Thank you, Judge. And one last thing.
Yes.
He missed a court date this morning with Judge Freshour, and she
He
said
did.
that perhaps we could address that with you while we were here.
He missed it this morning with her.
Yes, sure. It's
Yeah.
a separate matter. It's a
Do you
mystery.
have a case number on it? Let's see.
Yes, I do. Your Honor.
Let's take a look and see what they did.
It's 24F41587FY. Oh, I'm sorry. That's,
No, that's us.
I'm sorry. It's 2440331 SM.
I have no information because the file is not updated. I can tell you it's a DD misdemeanor. It was scheduled at 9:30.
Just scheduled at 9:30 this morning. Okay. Can we get to Lindsay? See if we could do something to reset him. Your counsel of record on that? Or-
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, so if you give us a minute, she's gonna communicate with them. They're actually in the building.
Wonderful.
And let's see if we can either get it, if they issued a warrant to cancel the warrant, get him reset, give you a date. Or if at worst, give you the bond recall information and let you go through that process. But
Thank
let's
you
see
so
if we
much.
shortcut that, okay? All right, thank you. Court calls the case People versus Charles. Court calls the case of People versus Tournier 2440331.
Representative on behalf of the people.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Charlotte Stefan on behalf of me.
Okay.
Mr. Tournier.
All right, so what we've done, this is on the case that's before Judge Freshour, bench warrant was issued. I'm going to recall the bench warrant on that. He's spoken with Judge Freshour's chambers. I will reset his hearing to January 30th, 2025 at 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. I'm setting aside the warrant, but he must test with community corrections. He probably can't make it today. Well, maybe he'll still get in today. I think they close at 4:30.
4:30.
Okay, sorry. So I'll have to come back another day. We didn't do
tomorrow.
there, but we got your warrant set aside.
I do have a question.
And what I also did is we checked with Judge Freshour. The oral testing is also appropriate or is sufficient in this case so that we don't have to go through all of that.
Thank
So-
you, so much, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Is it costly? The mouse swap.
There will be a cost to it.
I just need to know how much so I can figure it out by tomorrow.
Do you know how much the oral testing is? Anybody?
Sir?
Oral testing at community corrections? Yeah,
20,
it's more
It's
expensive
more expensive.
than the urine test.
Right.
All right, here's what you do. Get yourself done. You got to do that within 24 hours. Okay, get that money together, get down here tomorrow if you can and get a test done.
Sir.
Okay, and get the first one in and then try to work it through as to how you're gonna do each one per week, okay? All right, but make sure to get that one in so it doesn't look like you're just avoiding it.
Sir.
It's $20, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Rhodes,
Or Jeremiah?
correct.
Mr. Rose, you're charged with criminal damage to property that bond is set at 2,000. Simple assault, family violence, 2,000. You must stay away from Patrice Gibbons and
I
Aldemir.
I didn't I don't I didn't do none of this. Like I didn't hit anybody. I didn't damage any property or anything like that. This not making any sense. Because when I was there, I didn't hit anybody. In my recollection, like what happened when I was downstairs, I heard a distress call. I heard somebody say help, and I ran upstairs, and I had opened up the door, and I thought like two people were fighting, and then I looked, and somebody was, and then it was just a woman in there, and it was a man, and he came,
Sir,
and
let
he's using.
Sir, let me read what the warrant says. Let me read what the warrant says. That
It
you
was a
committed the
warrant?
offense. Yes, that's why you got arrested. You committed the offense of criminal damage in the second degree and simple assault, family violence when
What
you kicked.
did I damage?
Sir, listen to me, okay? I'm telling you what the allegations against you are. Do you want to hear them or not?
I guess I can, but it's kind of false though.
Says, but if you listen, maybe you can decipher what happened. It says that you kicked the victim, Patrice Gibbons, door.
I kicked him.
You kicked the door of her room, causing damage to the door frame, disabling the locking mechanism. You broke a flower pot at the front door, and you flicked a cigarette at the victim, Aldemir Bennett, and that Miss Bennett felt threatened. So you was just cutting
No
up, basically.
way.
Okay.
No way. No way.
All right. So your bond is set at $4,000.
No way.
I am going to appoint an attorney to you. Your preliminary hearing is February the 3rd at 8:30 a.m. All righty. Good luck to you, sir.
Look to the last door on the right, on the left.